Hi everyone. So today we are going to solve this third question, that is repeated DNA sequence. So we are doing sliding window, and the category of problem we are solving is fixed size. And if you solved these two questions, which I marked done, then you are able to solve the remaining one of a fixed size category. So let's go to the question, repeated DNA sequence. So please read the question by your own, and I'm going to explain the question what it's saying. So we have we are given a string. So a string is given. A string has only characters A, C, G, T. It has only this character, and we have to find what we have to find. Uh, 10 length, 10 length. So remember, the first thing you have to note down is 10 length subarray. Okay, this is the subsequence or substring. So there is no array. So there is no array. There is a string. So we can call it like a substring. Substring nothing but the contiguous characters. That's it. The length. So now, if you remember from the previous lecture, like the length is given equal to k, and the subarray or a contiguous or substring in this case is given. These two things that says we this problem is going to solve using sliding window and specifically fixed size. Why fixed size? Because we already given that k equal to 10. The length we have to take is 10. The substring we are going to take, it would have a length 10. So this is the fixed size sliding window. These two things, always remember, these two things which leads or which tells that the problem is going to solve using sliding window. What is this two thing? The first is the length and the contiguous thing, where you will see subarray, substring, or contiguous. This all the things represents the sliding window. The question is demanding sliding window. So let's say we are given an this is huge number. So let's take huge string. Sorry, a a a 4 times a, I think. Oh no, 5 times. Then C, how many times? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have to take a again 5 times. Then C 6 times now, this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now A 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's too big. A 5 times, and G3 and T3. G T. Okay, so this is the string we have given, and let's calculate. Let's try to figure out all the substring of length 10. Uh, of length 10. So we have to do this. Okay, so first of all, if I'll start from this index, like first character, then the 10th, the length be like this. If you count 5 plus 5, it's 10, and the length of substring is 10. So we will put this into some data structure. I will come to this. So A 5 times and C 5 times, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now if you move this window, this is the initial window. Remember, uh, first of all, we have to create window. and second, move window by removing or adding, or adding, और नहीं आएगा but yeah, you can say and move window by removing and adding elements. Okay, this is the rule we are following in a sliding window. So initial, first of all, we will create the initial window. This is this one initial window. Now we will move this window to this. Okay, as you can see, we are adding this character and we are removing this character from the this window. So you will get this one, this window. So what the window have, A 4 times and C 5 times, 3, 4, 5, A 1 times. As you can see, it has a length of 10. So the length doesn't change. Once you initialized or create a window, the length you don't care about the window, because if you add something, you are going to remove the previous, the very first thing from your window. So if you move this window again, then you will get this type of window, this window. Okay, so in this window we are adding this one and we removing this one from the previous window. So previous window is this and we are adding this window. Okay, so we will get the string looks like this: A 3 times, C 5 times, then A 2 times, and so on. Now whenever, and we are also going to store its frequency. Now this comes one times, this comes one times, and this comes one times, and as we go, if the substring that contains the same thing, uh, same string, then we will increase the count by 2 and 3 and 4 if we encounter the same string in the windows moving. Okay, we will increase. Now question is demanding the we have to print that string, we have to put that string into an array, those whose frequency is greater than 1. Greater than 1, that means we can put this thing and this thing, but we can't put this as an answer because it has a frequency 1, so we can't do this. Okay, so how we will do that? First of all, these two steps we are going to follow: create a window and then move the window by removing or adding elements. That's it. And for this frequency, we will create a map. This is the map where it has first one is a string and the second one is int that represents the frequency. So whenever we have a substring, we will put that string, let's say a c c c and c, so it has a frequency 1 and so on. If the this string encounter one more time, then I will increase my the frequency of this. So let's do this in a code. So what, first of all, we will store the length of the string. Okay, this is the length. Now what we will do, we will create an answer because we have to return vector of a string. So let me copy this and paste. Let's call it an answer. Now we will create a map, unordered map. The key is going to be string and the value is integer, so I'll call it map, and the map represents like it has a free string, substring of length 10 and its frequency, so it will be frequency. So let me, okay, this thing is representing. Now we will go to first of all we will create the window. create, first step is create window. So let me, first step is create window of size 10. Okay, so we are creating the initial window. This is the, let me show you. If we have a string like this, a c c c c a a a. So if we have this string, so initially we will start with this index and go to 10. This is our initial window. Now if we move this window, then window move 1, and we will add one element and we will remove one element from the current element. So for making initial window, so it will be in I equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus, this is the thing, and we will create a string called it window. It will initially is empty. Now in a window we will add, what we are going to add is character, so s of I. So one more way to do this is like window dot push back s of I. So you can do either of this, but it looks very simple for the first one, so I'll stick with this one. Now this is the, we have created the window of size 10. Now we will put that window and increase our count if there is one. Okay, now what happen if the window is not, if the substring is not in the map, then it will create that key as a key and put the value 0 and increase the count. So if there is no window, no substring present, then there is a 0, and then we will increase, so it eventually becomes 1. Okay, now we will start with I equal to 10, I is less than and I plus plus. First of all, window plus or equal to s of I, and then we have to remove the first element from the window. How we are going to do? It will be erase 0, index 0 of length 1. So this is the way to remove the first character from the string. Okay, and now window is created. Now I'm going to push that, increase the count of window if there is a window present, and after that we will iterate over all the key value for auto it, let's say np. So this it represents the pair, and pair has, so let me show you how it looks like. It is this. Okay, so it will represent what, the substring and the frequency. So how do you access the pairs value? It dot first, it dot second. So we will compare if it dot second, which represents the frequency, so we can store it like int frequency equal to it dot second, or string substring would be it dot first. Okay, now we will compare if the frequency of that substring is greater than 1, then I'm going to push this into my answer, push back substring. Okay, after that I will return answer. Now one more case is left, like as you can see, the length, the string which is given is, can be length of 1. In that case, less than 1, then we have to return only the answer. So we have to check that first. If my n is less than 10, then I'm going to return simply answer. Okay, so if you run this, okay, so this is accepted, and let's submit this. Okay, this is accepted. Now uh, let me mark it as a done. Permutation in a string, so we have a permutation in string, sliding subarray beauty, and so we will do this uh, in the next video. So thank you for watching.